Welcome to Ucode. In this tutorial, we'll provide a comprehensive overview of the permission options section in the admin panel. You'll learn how to customize and manage access rights for data tables, menus, and global features to maintain security and control within your organization. Let's get started. First, we need to log into our Ucode Admin Panel using our credentials. In our menu, we can see already created login table with 2 user credentials inside. Now we need to navigate to the Settings option in the menu bar and select the Permission Options section. Inside Permission, we can see 3 client type like Admin, User 1, and User 2. To demonstrate how permissions work, we first need to add user credentials to the login table. To do this, navigate to the login table and click the Add New Item button. Next, enter the login and password for the user. For this example, we'll use users11 for both the login and password to make it quick and easy to access the user account. After that, select the appropriate client type and role for the user. In this case, we'll assign user1 as the client type and user-1 as the role for the user account. We have now completed creating all the necessary data for demonstrating permissions. Navigate to the Settings menu and select the Permission Options section. Here we will find 3 existing client types, the default admin and the 2 newly created types, User 1 and User 2. Select User 1 and within its details, navigate to the User 1 role. Inside, you'll see 3 main tabs, Table, Menu, and Global Permissions, which we'll explore further. Let's start by exploring the permission options available under the Table tab. Here we can control access to individual records within data tables. The following permissions can be assigned. First is View Permission option, allows users to see table data. Second is Add Permission option, enables users to create new records. Third is Edit Permission option, grants users the ability to modify existing records. Fourth is Delete Permission option, authorizes users to remove records. Last is Public Permission option, provides universal access to records. To test the functionality of these permissions, we will disable specific options for different tables. We'll turn off the Reading option for Table 1, the Add option for Table 2, the Edit option for Table 3, and the Delete option for Table 4 within the testing table assigned to the User 1 account. To begin testing, we need to log in to the user account. Open a new browser window and navigate to the Ucode login page. Enter the credentials we created earlier. Username Ucode!11 and password Ucode!11. Once logged in, navigate to the tables we are working with, namely Table 1, Table 2, Table 3, Table 4, and Table 5. Inside the table, we will notice that only the existing fields and items are visible, while the options to reading, add, edit, or delete are unavailable. Table 1 will give permission error message, which means we don't have access to this table. Table 2 does not have add object button or plus button to add new item. Then Table 3 does not have editing option. And last for our example is Table 4, which delete button has disappeared. Next, we will manage permissions for specific fields within a record, ensuring that sensitive data is only accessible to authorized users. For example, in Table 5, there are 2 fields where we can control view and edit permissions. To demonstrate this, we will log out and then log back into the user account. Upon navigating to Table 5, we will observe that the name field is not visible, and the age field is restricted from being updated. We can also control access to specific actions like HTTP requests and before/after processing functions. Lastly, the Custom Permission option allows us to configure advanced settings for table views. For example, we will disable the fixed column, columns, and group options. To test this, we will log out, then log back into the user account. Upon navigating to the table, we will see that the functions we disabled are no longer visible. Once we finish the Table tab, we can move to the Menu tab, enables us to manage access rights related to the menu bar. For each menu item, we can assign the following permissions. First is View option, which allow users to see menu items. Second is Add option, enable users to create new menu items. Third is Edit option, which permit modifications to existing menu items. Fourth is Delete option, authorize the removal of menu items. Fifth is Settings option, which control access to menu-related settings. The Global Permissions tab provides control over various global features of the admin panel. We can assign permissions for components such as FIRS's chat section, which control access to communication tools. Second is Menu button section, which manage visibility of the menu button. Third is Settings button section, which authorize access to general settings. Fourth is Project and Environment button section, which define permissions for project and environment management. Fifth is API Keys button section, which control access to API key configurations. Sixth is Redirects button section, which manage redirect settings. Seventh is Menu settings section, which assign access rights for menu configurations. Next is Profile settings section, which control profile customization permissions. Last is SMS and version section, which assign access to SMS functionality and version management. By customizing global permissions, we can enhance security and efficiency across the organization. To test this, we will disable specific options, in this case, the Menu setting button and Profile setting button. After making these changes, we will log out and log back into the user account. Upon accessing the Profile section, we will observe that the Settings buttons are no longer visible. Congratulations, we have now mastered the Permission Options section in the Ucode Admin Panel. Today we covered Table permissions, record, field, and custom permissions. Menu permissions, access and control for menu items. Global permissions, managing key features like chat, API keys, and project buttons. With these skills, you can now effectively secure and manage access rights within our organization. Thank you for watching this tutorial on managing permissions in Ucode. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out to our support team or explore our other tutorials. See you next time.